when you read the biography on the back, you can see I was trained at Royal Academy of Guildhall School of Music and Drama in London. That does not mean, I promise you, that I have all the answers where I'm concerned when I sing. The reason I'm telling you that is because I know that stammering and speech impediments tend to bring about a feeling of anxiety, and trying to overcome those hurdles is fairly substantial. And like I say, as a singer, I started out as a professional, and all of a sudden my brain went, and now I'll do anything to avoid singing. It sounds silly, because I teach it, and I deal with people with it all the time. So all I can say, although some of you may have a problem with stammering, I have a similar type of thing, so I can relate to certain things, aspects of what you're, lots of people have sort of spoken to me in the breaks and things. So today I'm just going, I know you've all done numerous courses on breathing, but just to give you another one, we'll be starting to talk about breathing from really quite low down, as a singer would. And in fact, everybody who speaks should be breathing way down here, but I've noticed again today that a lot of people have come to me and said, well, they're breathing very high when they speak. Well, this can really help. Okay. Then we're going to talk about the sort of middle resonances and chest resonance and head resonance we use when we're singing. When we speak, we tend to sort of, well, some people have a, if you're an actor, you would throw your voice, so you would open your voice and sort of half yawn when you speak, so you can throw it to the back of the hall. Most of us sort of relax onto our chords, and just everything drops a bit in terms of octaves and where the voice is pitched. When you sing, obviously you've got more air going through your lungs, through your vocal cords, more rapid vibrations going through your head, all the bony structures in your head, and depending on where you are, if you're singing the top note, it feels like it's coming out the top of your head. If you're singing the middle note, it feels like it's around here. And chest voice, again, you probably know more about that than anything, which a normal sort of speaking voice, it vibrates down here. So I'm going to go over all of those resonances. And then finally we'll sing. Now, earlier we did a workshop, and we did spend quite a bit of time on breathing, simply because some people really got the idea much more quickly than others. It doesn't mean anything, it just means that perhaps somebody's had a bit more experience of that already. Okay, so nobody here, I don't judge anybody here, I'm not going to give you marks out of 10 who's got the best voice, alright? Because people have already come up to me and said, well, I can't sing at all. Well, that's fine. Sometimes I feel like I can't. How many speech therapists have we got here? Right? Okay, so you should all be perfect then.
How about singing?
Please don't think I'm perfect. Right, okay. Right, now, basically, if you think about the lungs as triangular shape, most people when they speak or sing have been told by their music teachers at school to take a good deep breath. We interpret that as being deep, but sort of from here. So we tend to go, and then try and sing. Alright, now what happens when you do that, and the same as when you speak, of course, is I always describe it like you've got loads of people packed into a lift, goes up to the top floor, the doors open, everybody falls flat on their face, and people start to trample on each other. In other words, the breath comes up, hi, how are you? Okay, and it becomes very uncomfortable. You can't speak for very long, and you certainly can't sing for very long. Alright, see, I've had that effect upon someone already. There'll be another one saying, no, I'm joking. And so, I'm going to show you just, first of all, in sort of 2 stages, how to breathe out. And I know, I don't wish to practise anybody at all, but I'm just going to sort of more or less show you how to yawn. It's just what nature intended. And because ever since, when we come out of the womb, we can cry for hours on end, and nobody gets worried about a sore throat, not that we can talk about it at the time, of course. And as we grow up, we can still yell and scream and shout in the playground, and then all of a sudden something starts to happen. Somebody says something to us, whether we're speaking, whether we're singing, and we get to be inhibited by things. Who knows? We've all had things said to us that we can go away and cry in our bedrooms over when we were a kid. It can affect singing if you happen to be singing at the time that somebody says it to you. Whether it's a parent saying, could you just slam that door and watching television, I don't want to hear that row. Or, you know, something like that. Somebody turning around to you in church and going, ooh, when you open your mouth. Alright? So, I'm going to, first of all, get you just to get rid of your top chest there. Now I'm going to demonstrate it first.